diabetic girl. Who's ready for another rant? Is it you? Is it you? Yeah, it's you. Okay, so today I want to talk about something I feel like I talk about an awful lot on this channel, which is dating with diabetes. You guys are probably all sick and tired of it, but guess what? As I'm learning new things, so are you. So, as you guys know from my stalker video, which I uploaded yesterday, I have a boyfriend. We've been together for about 9 months now, and it has been a very interesting 9 months because this is the first person, oh, I have goosebumps. This is the first person who actually wanted to take advantage of learning about my diabetes and really wanted to help me be the very best that I could be. So, let's start off by, I'll give you some background information, and then I will go into the video. So, basically, Kai and I started dating in March of 2015. It's now December. And before we were, dating, we went on, fake, not official dates. We were, courting like a Duggar family person would. Yeah, see, I've got all the long hair, but I'm wearing pants. So, basically, we did a lot, before we were dating. We would go out for dinner and breakfast. Oh, I love breakfast food. So, one of the first incidents where he sort of got submerged into my diabetes life without even being asked and took it with, total confidence was one time we were going out for breakfast and I was kind of unconscious when we were supposed to go out. So then I called him, in hysterics and, hey, I'm really sorry. Do you mind if we go out in, 20 minutes? I'll shower, and because I'm okay now. And, we talked about it a lot during that date, and he wanted to know everything he could, and I told him everything I could tell him without scaring him off, and he still wanted to be there for me, which made me realize that in the past, I haven't exactly been the best with significant others. I have either let them in too early and have scared them off, or I haven't let them in enough. So, basically, what I've learned over the past couple of months is that I thought that, I could handle this by myself a lot of the time, and that I can, in reality, do that a lot, but that sometimes I need a little extra help, which is where Kai can be absolutely, positively fabulous, because he is willing to help me when I need it. So here is my new and improved survival guide for dating with your diabetes. Because I know, I get it. You're a teenager, you feel kind of awkward about everything, you just want to find someone who will accept you, and sometimes that can be really hard, but I get it. Don't you worry. So, step number 1, just know their limits. Plain and simple. If you know that maybe they aren't the easiest to talk to this stuff about, give it time. Let your relationship grow, and as it grows and you grow together, bring in your diabetes slowly but surely. It's important that it gets brought into this relationship in order for anything to work. And, doing that, you might find you'll feel more open with this person, you'll feel supported, and that's really, really important. Trust me, I have been in a number of relationships where my diabetes was not important, and this relationship, I can honestly say, has been a refreshing breath of air. So it's so important that you, keep it in there and know your partner's limits. Number 2, and I've said this before, if they ask questions, go ahead and tell them. If you think that it's something they're ready to know, go ahead, educate your partner. And if they decide they want to Google it or read a book on it, let them do it. Let them move at their pace, So, for example, Kai will ask me questions, and then if I don't clarify enough, or if he's just really curious, he'll Google it and then ask me questions based off of what he's read. Now, that's kind of useful for me because then I know what he knows and where I need to start off. And, it makes my life a little bit easier because then I don't have to be a textbook for everything. And if there's something I don't know, he usually finds the answer pretty fast. Number 3. Now, I say this a lot, and I'm gonna be honest, I didn't believe it until it actually happened. Love yourself before you let anyone else love you. You're probably like, oh my god, this is such a cliche. But it is so true. Let me start by saying that before I dated Kai, I loved myself, but not in the way I should have. I could advocate for myself, I could do whatever I wanted and I could make myself feel good. But there was never like an outstanding like, yeah, like there is now. And once I let Kai into my life, I found because I was like loving myself and like getting used to who I was and really, really embracing who I was and who I was becoming, that him loving me was like 10 times easier than anyone else, because while I know I have flaws, whereas before it was really easy for me to point them out and be like, oh, I hate this part of me. Now it's more a matter of like, oh, okay, like it happens. I'm not, perfect. I'm a human and I'm 110% okay with that. And I feel like that's made the relationship a lot better, obviously, being able to love myself. Number 4, you've got to support them. All right, this probably sounds ridiculous, but one of the biggest problems I've seen that I've had in my relationship is I'm trying to teach my significant other how to take care of me when I'm not offering them support. One of the hardest things for Kai, especially walking into this relationship with my diabetes the way it was supporting me when I got defensive, okay? Like, I get seriously defensive, and I feel really bad. And I am definitely working on that, because I don't want to seem uber defensive when he asks me a simple question, you know what I'm saying? So, to me, it was definitely 110% important that I started to support him while I was doing stuff. So, he would ask me a question, and I would get defensive, but now, when he asks me that same question, I try to talk it out with him and explain to him what's going on, and 9 times out of 10, I have gotten better about being defensive, and I'm usually a bit more of a better human. Sometimes. And then, number 5 is just know when you guys both reach your breaking point. You know, there are days where I would love to tell him everything crappy that's happened with my diabetes. But I can always tell when he's reached that point in time where he's like, nope, I can't take this anymore. And that's when I know to take a step back and that we can come back to this subject on another day. And that is 100% fine with me, because I know no matter what, he has my back. And to me, that is really, really important. Now, number 6 is probably a little bit of a cliche, but I want you guys to find someone that you can unload your quote-unquote baggage with. You know, someone who will look at you on a day that you've had just a terrible day and you can tell them everything and they'll understand. I will be the first person to admit Kai may not have my diabetes, but sometimes I feel like he understands better than most of my other friends, and I am so thankful for that, and I am so thankful that I took the time to very slowly unload my emotional baggage and to take care of myself in this relationship. This has been probably one of the best relationships I've ever had, and I'm not just saying that. You know, I'm very happy to have someone who supports me with everything I do. And trust me, it is a lot. It just feels so good and so right for the moment, you know. Kai will come to my doctor's appointments with me. He'll do just about anything. Like, he can change my pump site. Not a CGM yet, because I haven't been wearing a CGM for about a year now. But he's just so supportive, and I really love that, and I can honestly say that I've never had something like that in a relationship before. So, you know, it's very, very important that you can find someone that you can trust with everything and who will be there for you no matter what. And unfortunately, if you're finding that's not happening, then you're going to have to show them the door. And I'm really sorry if that's what's going to happen, but I really want you guys to have the best that you can possibly have, because it's what you deserve. So, thank you so much for watching. Good luck to you guys all out there in the dating game, and I will talk to you later. Bye!